Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha.
We welcome our esteemed customers to Clippers Barber Salon and Spa. The award-winning Barber Salon and Spa. Come get an exquisite and relaxing experience for a perfect haircut, professional makeup, lock installation, facial treatment, hot stone massage from our qualified and professional staff. And now, introducing Clippers Herbal Sauna. Come get a relaxing, refreshing and rejuvenated session with a separate designated section for both women and men. Clippers Herbal Sauna has a well-spacious, well-lit and adequate relaxation area and a nicely done massage section. Clippers Herbal Sauna for a better recovery of sore muscles, anti-aging benefits, detoxification, weight loss as well as muscle relaxation. For more information, call us on 0701 00 6503 or email us at clippersbarbering@gmail.com. Clippers Barber Salon and Spa, the trend setters.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the Sports Blast show on Faraja TV,
where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, we look forward to engaging and interacting with you on our various platforms,
which are on Faraja TV Kenya at Facebook, Faraja TV Media at YouTube, and our SMS line 0703 339959, and our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts.
Your boy Big Man Kyuga,
and of course, Mickey Omchambulis,
and Lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on Sport Buzz.
Duka letu linang'aa sana, huduma bora kwetu daima, sambaza upendo kwa wateja, tuna kila kitu kwa bei rahisi, mabango kibao yanang'asia, maduka yetu yana hadhi ya hali ya juu, wateja wanacheka huku wanunua, Jama Supermarket mimi na wewe tuko sawa, duka letu ni bora kila siku.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Updates. My name is Vicky Kipto. Thank you very much for choosing Faraja TV this morning. You can interact with us through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. Don't forget to include your name and where you're watching us from. Tell us what you think about the state of the nation this morning. You can also tell us what you think about President William Ruto remarks about Sabasaba demonstration yesterday. We want to hear from you. So we are going to begin with the stories that are making headlines on our publication this morning, and that is on the Daily Nation and the Standard newspaper. And later on, we have a guest here in studio, and we'll be talking about how he plans to transform Kaptembwa if he'll be given a chance to be the next MCA of Kaptembwa Ward. So stay tuned so that you can listen to that interview. So on the cover page of the Daily Nation this morning, enough is enough. That is the headline. And I just want to quote what President William Ruto said yesterday, and I quote, "To those plotting in the shadows, let me tell you clearly, if you have ambitions, prepare your policies and meet me in 2027. There is no shortcut." End of quote. So there is allegation that there are people who want to overthrow President William Ruto government. Yes, and again, this is what he said: if you attempt to attack a police station, you will be shot in the legs. An angry President William Ruto warned yesterday as he threatened the use of extreme force against demonstrators involved in looting and destructions of property. The head of state also took on elements in the opposition he accuses of orchestrating a broader scheme to destabilize the country and overthrow his government, telling them the power will only change through elections. And that story has been highlighted on page 4 of the Daily Nation. And President William Ruto yesterday's remarks has attracted responses, and some of the people who reacted to President William Ruto's speech include former Deputy Rigathi Gachagua, and this is what he said, and I quote, "Please relax, we want you to serve your one term. Nobody is planning to remove you, and constitutionally, no leader here is plotting a coup. They have no such capacity." And of course, another group of people is the Interreligious Council of Kenya, and this is what they said, and they quote, "The fight by the dominant political elite to acquire, protect, and consolidate political and economic power is tearing our nation apart with unprecedented tension, violence, and killing of innocent citizens." And of course, also yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua told President William Ruto that no one wants to kick him out. So impeached DP Rigathi Gachagua has dismissed President William Ruto's claims that the opposition is orchestrating his overthrow through violence and destruction of property. The Democracy for the Citizens party leader instead asked Dr. Ruto to exercise restraint and address the root causes of the protest by young Kenyans. That story has been highlighted on page 5 of the Daily Nation. You should also know that the former deputy president jetted out of the country yesterday to the United States, and it will be away for over a month. So you can tell us what you think about our top story on the cover page of the Daily Nation this morning. Also on the page, we have a picture of President William Ruto and a picture of Democracy for the Citizens party leader Rigathi Gachagua alongside some of his allies addressing journalists at his home in Karen yesterday. Now let's look at what the Standard has this morning. President losing it. That is the headline. Legendary poet T.S. Eliot wrote that men who are unaffected by death or despair are hollow. Today, as Kenya teeters on the brink of anarchy, many see those haunting words in the head of state. When the nation cried for a father, he answered with fury. When the bereaved wept, he backed orders. As bullets tore through bodies and grief swept across the country, the president remained unmoved, neither mourning with those left bereft, nor addressing the chaos consuming the country. In a moment demanding humility and healing, he chose power and punishment, ordering police to shoot rioters. That story has been highlighted on page 4. So do you think President William Ruto is losing it? So share your thoughts about that. We want to hear from you. And this is what he said yesterday, and I quote, "Anyone burning down someone else's business and property should be shot in the legs so that they will pass through the hospital as they go to court. They, that is the police, should not kill them, but they should hit them and break their legs." End of quote. So you can also tell us what you think about President William Ruto instructing the police to shoot on the legs, to shoot protesters on the legs. Yeah, so you can tell us what you think about that. Also, you should know that 31 people have died. Yes. 31 people died during the Sabasaba demonstration. 107 people were wounded, 532 people were arrested, and 20 counties were affected by the Sabasaba protest. And again, I just want to quote what Rigathi Gachagua, DCP leader, said yesterday, and I quote, "I saw Ruto wailing uncontrollably with anger, but I tell him that anger is not the solution. Just relax. No leader wants to overthrow you. No one has the capacity. We want to humiliate you from the ballot in 2027. End of quote. So the question that we're asking this morning, do you think there were schemes to overthrow President William Ruto's government the way he has claimed? Yeah, so share your thoughts about that. We want to hear from you. And now let's look at the Daily Nation. Our main story is about President William Ruto yesterday remarks giving orders to police to shoot on the protesters who will loot people's business. So that particular story has been highlighted on page 4 of the Daily Nation. Stern warning for looters as Sonist riding on protest. So protests have been hijacked by politicians fanning the flames of discontent. That is according to President William Ruto. President has also accused the opposition of orchestrating a broader scheme to overthrow his administration. Yeah, so yesterday President William Ruto issued his most forceful warning yet in response to the recent waves of anti-government protests, threatening to use extreme force against demonstrators involved in the looting and destruction of property. So in a sharp political twist, Dr. Ruto accused the opposition of orchestrating a broader scheme to stabilize the country and overthrow his administration. And yesterday, the opposition being led by Rigathi Gachagua responded to what the president was saying, and they said that they are not planning a coup at all, and that they are going to wait for 2027 to make President William Ruto a one-term president. So on page 5, Gachagua says that no one wants to overthrow President William Ruto's government. Yeah, so opposition accused government of sponsoring goons to destroy property during protests. And this is what Rigathi Gachagua said yesterday during while he was addressing journalists at his home in Karen. Quote, "We urge businesses to heighten surveillance at their premises and production lines, especially tea, coffee, and milk processors." Yeah, end of quote. So you should also know that former DP flew yesterday to United States in a bid to expand his political reach. Yeah, so you can read about that on page 5 of the Daily Nation. Yeah, and on page 7, Mr. Gachagua said they will contact the ICC over what it describes as crimes against humanity. Yeah, and if you want to read about that, you can read it on page 7. Also, we have President William Ruto remarks, and I want to quote it. I quote, they have said they won't wait for 2027 to vote, that they plan violence to overthrow the government. I dare them to try. This is a democratic country. You cannot plot to overthrow the government. End of quote. Yeah, so opposition leaders have launched a new wave of political resistance that mirrors ODM leader Raila Odinga's historic playbook in a bid to push back against President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza administration. Yeah, so dumped the united opposition, the alliance brings together at least 6 political parties. That is the former DP, Rigathi Gachagua's Democracy for the Citizen Party, that is the DCP, Kalonzo Musyoka Wiper Party, Martha Karua's People Liberations Party, Eugene Wamalwa's Democratic Action Party, that is the DAPK, the Democratic Party under Justin Muturi, and former President Uhuru Kenyatta's Jubilee Party, represented by National Chairman Jerome Saitoti alongside former Interior Cabinet Secretary, that is Fred Matiang'i. Remember, they had promised us to form a formidable coalition that will make President William Ruto a one-term president. So do you think they are going to succeed? Yeah, so share your thoughts about that. Also, the group is now reviving confrontational tactics once associated with Mr. Odinga, boycotts, civil disobedience, and protests. So how opposition has employed Raila's playbook to deal with President Ruto. So if you want to read about that, you can find it on page 7 of the Daily Nation. Yeah, so those are the stories about President William Ruto's remarks yesterday. Now let's look at what the Standard newspaper is saying. And the story is also highlighted on page 4 of the Standard. Ruto nation's father goes missing when needed most. Yeah, so the president has not condoled with the scores of families mourning their lost kin. Ruto has instead chosen a combative tone and even ordered police not to relent. Yeah, so you can tell us what you think about yesterday's President Ruto's remarks. Also, President orders police to shoot in the leg any person causing chaos. Yeah, so President William Ruto yesterday issued new orders to police officers barely 2 weeks after Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen gave a similar directive. On page 5, when leadership fails its people, bullet silence cries, not solutions. So after the Interior CS issued the shoot on sight threats, police have been seen to handle demonstrators more brutally. President Ruto's order for police to shoot protesters in the legs points to government okaying a policy of brutality. Yeah, so you can tell us what you think about the order that was made by President William Ruto to the police officers yesterday. Is he promoting police brutality? We want to hear from you. Yeah, share thoughts about that. And on page 6, Gachagua claims Ruto using terror charges militia to muscle Dyson. So former DP alleges Mount Kenya targeted with violence to force political submission. Yeah, also DCP leader urges president to stop housing levy brutality, profiling and illegal detentions. Yeah, so this is what he said in a quote. These state-sponsored militias were key in touching various parts of the country with ease of police assistance to prefer terrorism charges on specific people from the Mount Kenya region. Of course, you cannot, as if you think Mount Kenya region is being targeted, according to Rigathi Gachagua. Yeah, and on page 7, Kariuki mourned amid more police killings. Yeah, and the family are still demanding for justice. So you can also tell us, do you think justice will be served? And this is what Boniface Kariuki's friend during the memorial service, in a quote. He told me that one of his dreams was to build his parents a good house, but his dreams have been shattered. End of quote. Yeah, so you can read about that on 7. Still on the same page, police to detain Manyatta MP, 2 other suspects for 40 days over alleged terror links. Yeah, so the DCI has applied to continue holding Manyatta MP Gitwa Makunji, Noro FM radio journalist James Bochi, and border rider Stanley Mbuthi for an additional 40 days to complete investigation. So the trio are under probe for alleged terrorism-related activities, including suspected recruitment of goons and financing of violent groups during the Sabasaba protest. So appearing for Magistrate Richard Koech Kahawa, local state prosecutor James Mashiro argued that releasing the 3 could jeopardize ongoing investigations. Yeah, so you can read about it on 7 of this newspaper. Yes, and continue telling us what you think about those stories this morning. Also on page 2, court bars IG Kanja from barricade roads to Nairobi CD. So the High Court has barred Inspector General Douglas Kanja from erecting barricades or blocking roads within Nairobi Central Business District during public protest. So the conservatory orders issued yesterday follow a petition by the Katiba Institute challenging recent police action that led to the closure of main roads and public spaces in the city. June 25th, anniversary and the Monday Sabasaba protest. Yeah, also on the same page, UN Rights Agency asked state to address quotes deeply troubled by the trend of violations, and cohesion commission blame failed leadership for this content. And this is what the former said, quote, these young Kenyans are not alone. Their voices carry the pain of millions of Kenyans who are tired of where the country is heading. Kenyans are tired of the violence, collapsing economy, poor healthcare, and failing education sector. End of quarter. So our SMS is on your screen, and our social media handles is Facebook Faraja TV, Faraja TV Media, TikTok Faraja.tv.media, Instagram Faraja_TV_Kenya. We want to hear from you. Tell us what you think about our stories this morning, away from President William Ruto's remarks. And now let's look at the other news that are making headlines this morning. Yeah, so registered but not employed by the commission. However, she admitted that the commission could only account for the county sub-county of residents for 2,837 of them, as the remaining 36,180 did not provide such geographical during registration. Yeah, so to read about whatever is happening, page 8. State cuts payment as ghost patients removed from the Social Health Authority. So Health Ministry has introduced biometric devices in hospitals countrywide. Yeah, you should also know that 24.4 million is the number of Kenyans who have registered for Taifa Care, according to Health Cabinet Secretary. That is 9,655 is the number of hospitals offering free health care to 4.3 Kenyans, including 5,219 public and 496 faith-based health institutions. That is according to the CS of Health, that is Aden Duale. Yeah, so hospitals will no longer receive unlimited reimbursement from the SHA, with payments now capped at their licensed bed capacity in reforms aimed at ending fraud and patient crowding. So do you think this will end corruption in the health sector? So share your thoughts of that. And also on the same page, KEMS has failed counties, that is according to Makueni Governor Mutula Kalonzo. Yeah, so the KEMSA is unable to provide timely supplies to counties. Makueni Governor Mutula Kalonzo Jr. said, decrying the difficulties hospitals face in accessing essential commodities. So Mr. Kalonzo told the Senate that hospitals in counties have been grappling with shortages of critical supplies. It is time to confront the reality. Yeah, so you can read about on page 12. MP called for audit on, in quotes, faulty Kenya Power meter system. So team says independent power producers could be behind high cost. Yeah, so forensic audit revealed variances in prices in electricity computed using the PPA formula. Yeah, and that is the power purchase agreements. Yeah, so you can read about that on page 12 of the Daily Nation. Yeah, we want to hear from you. Tell us what you think about our top stories this morning. Do you think President William Ruto is losing it? That is the question we are asking you this morning. Also, we have a story about the finance bill that was signed into law weeks ago. Sections of Finance Act illegal, High Court told. So petitioner says some sections were changed without public participation. He says some clauses will raise prices and reverse gains in malaria fighting. This is what Godfrey Musani, the petitioner, said about the issue. The implementation of the implied provisions will continue to cause irreparable harm to the public, including increased cost of living, denial of access to health products, and violation of economic and proprietary rights. End of quote. Stay the same page. Learners and teachers are to use music festival to nurture creativity. Also, ex-KFCB boss are ordered to repay 27 million Kenya shillings. On page 9, MPs to grill energy. That is according to Treasury CS. Yeah, and also on the same page, counties to share 17 billion Kenya shillings allocation in new Senate bill. So funds include conditional grants from loans and development partners. Also, devolved units to get boost for livestock healthcare with new development funding plans. Yeah, so those are the only news that has been edited this morning on our publication. But continue interacting with us. We want to hear from you, particularly about President William Ruto's remarks yesterday that there are people who are planning to overthrow his government. Our SMS number is 0703339959, and our social media handles are Facebook Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube Faraja TV Media, TikTok faraja.tv.media, Instagram Faraja_TV_Kenya. Yeah, and remember to include your name and where you're watching us from. And I'm taking a short break, but don't touch that dial. When I'll be coming back, we have a guest here in studio, and we'll be talking about how our guest plans to transform Kaptembwa Ward if he'll be elected as the next MCA. Yeah, so don't touch that dial. I'll be right back shortly.
Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha.
We welcome our esteemed customers to Clippers Barber Salon and Spa. The award-winning salon and spa come with an exquisite and relaxing experience for perfect haircut, professional makeup, work installation, facial treatment, hot massage from our qualified and professional staff. And now, introducing Clippers Herbal Sauna. Come with a relaxing, refreshing, and rejuvenating session with a separate designated section for both women and men. Clippers Herbal Sauna, a well-spacious, well-lit, and adequate relaxation area and a nicely done massage section. Clippers Herbal Sauna for better recovery, sore muscles, anti-aging benefits, detoxification, weight loss, as well as muscle relaxation. For more information, call us on 0701 00 6503 or email us at clippersbarbering@gmail.com. Clippers Barber Salon and Spa, the trend setters.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the sports show on Faraja TV.
Where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, forward engaging and interacting with you on various platforms.
We are Faraja TV Media at YouTube and our SMS line 7339959. And our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts.
Your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And of course, Mickey Omchambuliv.
And lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on
Sport Buzz.
Duka letu linang'aa sana, huduma bora kwetu daima. Sambaza upendo kwa wateja, tuna kila kitu kwa bei rahisi. Mabango kibao yanang'asia, maduka yetu yana hadhi ya hali ya juu. Wateja wanacheka huku wanunua. Jam Supermarket, mimi na wewe tuko sawa. Duka letu ni bora kila siku, tuna bidhaa nyingi za hakika. Jama Supermarket huwezi kosa, huduma zetu za kufana. Duka letu ni bora kila siku, tuna bidhaa nyingi za uhakika. Jama Supermarket huwezi kosa, huduma zetu ni za kufana. Kwa familia tunatoa bora na bidhaa zote ni za kisasa. Ukiwa na mahitaji tutakupa, duka letu halina mfano, na kukaribisha upate usaidizi. Habari njema zetu zinasikika mbali, kila kona tunakuwepo. Yeah, duka letu ni la dhamana. Duka letu ni bora kila siku, tuna bidhaa nyingi za hakika. Jama Supermarket huwezi kosa, huduma zetu ni za kufana. Duka letu ni bora kila siku, tuna bidhaa nyingi za hakika. Jama Supermarket huwezi kosa, huduma zetu ni za kufana.
Well, What is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's art. So how do you get to deal with these big topics that are affecting our society? Well, worry no more, because I, Sharon Gige, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m., I'll be bringing you amazing guests, and they'll be able to give us solutions on how to handle these big and disturbing topics at Faraja TV Kenya and all our social media platforms. Thank you.
Experto Paints is a company, a Canadian company that majorly deals only with the protection of the houses, producing quality paints for the buildings. We have different kind of textures for finishing products. Okay, for kind of buildings, we have exterior and interior paints, which can be used in different ambience and colors. We have weather guard paints, we have cover mats, vinyl mat, vinyl silk, and textured coated paints. Experto paints come in different ambiances and multiple colors, and it's a good quality. It also protects your wall from fogging and also from molds and the bad smell that come from water perforations from the ground. Now you come and find your wall, the paint chapping, but for Experto paints, it's hard for it to chap off. Welcome to Nakuru Free Area Depot next to JJ Plaza, where we sell you quality paints as Experto paint, color paints, and you are most welcome.
Yo, welcome guys to the biggest and most exciting show in the 254, where we bring you exciting topics, great music, your favorite artists, and good times.
Join us each and every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Faraja Mashup. It's your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And your boy Big Willie, aka the Big Kahuna.
Welcome to Flamingo Auction Center, your trusted destination for safe storage and certified auctions. Here, we prioritize your peace of mind. Our auction center is fully insured, ensuring that your valuable items are in safe hands. With years of experience and industry certifications, we provide a transparent and trustworthy auction experience. Explore our showroom featuring a diverse selection of art, antiques, collectibles, and more, all ready for you to bid on. Join us for exciting live auctions where you can find unique treasures and unbeatable deals. At Flamingo Auction Center, we are not just an auction house, we are a community. Come experience safe, certified, and exhilarating auctions with us. Visit us today or check our website to learn more. Flamingo Auction Center, where your treasures find new homes.
Kwa majina ni John Mragori, ninaokuletea program ya uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu, na programu yetu ya kujia mnamo siku ya kila Jumapili saa 1:30 katika runinga yetu ya Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha. Karibu sana, karibu pamoja, tushirikiane katika uzima wa kiroho na nidhamu. Karibuni na mbarikiwe sana. God bless you. God see you through.
Faraja TV, chemichemi ya furaha.
We welcome our esteemed customers to Clippers Barber Salon and Spa. The award-winning Barber Salon and Spa. Come get an exquisite and relaxing experience for a perfect haircut, professional makeup, lock installation, facial treatment, hot stone massage from our qualified and professional staff. And now, introducing Clippers Herbal Sauna. Come get a relaxing, refreshing, and rejuvenated session with a separate designated
Welcome back, our dear viewers, and thank you very much for staying with Morning Updates. My name is Vicky Kipto. You can continue interacting with us through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. And remember to include your name and where you're watching us from. You can also tell us what you think about the first 30 minutes of the show, what you think about our top story, majorly about President William Ruto yesterday's remarks. Do you think President William Ruto is losing it? And also you can respond to President William Ruto's claims that there was plans to withdraw his government. We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts about that. And with me in studio is Johnson Gaya. He's the MCA aspirant, Kaptembwa Ward. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for finding time.
Yeah, I'm very much happy to be in Faraja TV today.
Yes, and today we'll be talking about how he plans to transform Kaptembwa Ward. So if you're a resident of Kaptembwa, you can tell us if you've ever heard about Johnson. Also, you can tell us what you think about the ward. Has the current MCA delivered the way he promised during the campaigns? We want to hear from you. Yeah, so you can start by introducing yourself. What else you do? Why you want to venture into politics?
That's great. I'm happy for the people of Kaptembwa Ward to be here. As you know me, I'm Johnson Gaya. Some people call me Maxwell. That's also my name.
Yeah.
Johnson Gaya is a Christian, a born-again Christian, fellowshipping with the Voice of Salvation and Healing Church in Mwariki. We have another church in Kaptembwa. I am a married man. I'm married to 2 wives, Rose Johnson and Lillian Johnson. I'm a proud father of 8 children. That means I have a big family. I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman. I run a security services company in Nakuru. The company was registered in 2009. And please, if you allow me, let me praise a few of my clients.
That's allowed.
For those who have not taken breakfast, please run to the shop and buy bread. That's called Delight. Delight bread is made from Desra Ventures Limited, one of my most favorite clients. Those who deal with the motor vehicle industry, please run to Bawani stores and buy spares at Bawani stores. That's one of my good clients. And if you are a visitor in Nakuru town, please, if you have to get a good place to sleep and to spend a night, go to Jams Hotel, go to Quality Hotel, and another great hotel is coming up, which is called Genevieve Hotel. Those are my favorite clients. And those I have not mentioned, I love you. And if you received a prospectus from Prowler Surveillance Security, please call me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed, you're a businessman.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and when did you realize that you want to serve the people of Kaptembwa Ward?
Oh yes, the passion for serving Kaptembwa. Actually, I have been serving in Kaptembwa, even though I'm not yet elected.
Yeah.
I am employing several youths from Kaptembwa.
So you're already serving them?
Yes.
Wow.
My majority of my employees are specifically recruited from within Kaptembwa Ward. Along the staff I have, in fact, just a few of them come out of Kaptembwa Ward. So at least that means I'm already serving the youth in Kaptembwa Ward. The passion to vie for politics, to go and serve in politics, started in the year 2022. I thought of running, but I withdrew from the race because of the incumbent, a good friend of mine. So I swallowed my pride, my desire to run, and we gave him a chance because we do not want to fill the field of the aspirants.
Yeah. So you felt at that time that it wasn't
the right time.
The right time.
Yeah, so I held the ambitions, and come 2027, after 2022 elections. And the way things went and the way things are running in Kaptembwa, I've seen a lot of things which are not being right, even before 2022,
Yeah.
which have not been addressed to date.
Yeah.
And the best platform to address them is when I'm elected as MCA.
That is true.
It will give me a better platform to actually implement several things which are mentioned in my manifesto.
Yeah, because you cannot really serve them
Yeah.
when you're outside.
When I'm outside. So if they give me a chance to to serve as an elected
Yeah.
MCA, I believe I am the right candidate that the Kaptemba voters should put in place, because I know I have lived in Kaptemba for over 30 years. I have a passion for Kaptemba. I want to see Kaptemba being the largest ward in the county. There is a lot of needs that need to be put in place in Kaptemba.
Wow.
The desolate way of life that they live, the challenges they meet,
Yeah.
the school, the trade, the security. There are so many things. I will mention them as we move along.
Yeah. And you say that you campaigned for the incumbent.
Yeah.
And now you'll be running against him come 2027 if he'll be in the ballot. So do you feel he has maybe not done enough?
Actually, one of the things that gave me the courage to run is because the incumbent is not running as MCA. The incumbent has made a decision to go higher, to seek greener pastures in the Nakuru Town West MP position. So actually, come 2027, I am not going to run against an incumbent.
Okay.
The field is for me to take.
Yeah. I have the confidence for you to, for you to take. Do you think you are a better leader?
Yes, I'm a better leader, I believe, going by the few things I have achieved as a resident of Kaptemba. And by the way, let me tell you, there's a stint in life where I served as a border rider. You might not believe that. I have been into the border field for over 5 years. And that was, I can say, is the best part of my life. Having been a border rider. So many people watching me today might not believe that. But while I was a border rider, I managed to organize around 60 border riders into a self-help group. And having been a leader of that group, we managed to buy a parcel of land, which was financed by one of the circles in Nakuru Town.
Yeah.
And that, and the members and those who know me, and the border riders watching me today, you can attest to the fact that I served you well. Yeah. So in the field of border, I served. In the field of the church, I served. In the field of society and so many things that's going on within Kaptemba Ward, I have been practically present in most of the things in Kaptemba Ward. So given a chance to serve, I believe I am the best candidate, and I am the most exposed and experienced candidate that Kaptemba is going to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the network I have within Nakuru County is giving me a better platform.
Yeah, and this is because you resonate with the residents of
Kaptemba
better than any other leader.
Than any other leader.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing that has been the norm katika kampeni ya siasa. Mara mingi unakuta mtu anasimama, mimi nataka kwa MCA kutoa mtu. We tunataka kumtoa. Even the campaign of the presidential today, people are talking of removing Ruto. And even the president has been complaining. Mnataka kunitoa, do you have the agenda? So in politics, people join politics not having the agenda. You ask a person, why do you want to be MCA? Most of them do not even have the agenda. Their major agenda ni kutoa fulani.
Yeah.
So kutoa fulani cannot be the reason why you want to.
Hawana plan.
Yeah, hawana plan. And like I say, mimi niko na mpango. I have a reason why I want to be elected as MCA for Kaptemba. I have been into Kaptemba. I know Kaptemba. The challenges that the Kaptemba people have. If you can give me an opportunity, now, when you look at the education, Juzi MP alitoa bursaries for day schools. And when you looked at the figures, we have a very good secondary school in Nakuru Town West, which is called Nakuru Town West Secondary School.
Yeah.
Out of the bursaries that our MP gave out, Nakuru Town West got 900,000. And there is a good school in Nakuru Town East called the Langalanga Secondary School. Actually, my daughter learns at Langalanga Secondary School. Why is it that Langalanga Secondary School, which is a school in Nakuru Town East, got 2 million shillings? That means majority of the day scholars from Kaptembwa learns out of Nakuru Town West.
Town West. And they go to Nakuru?
They go to Nakuru Town East schools from primary school. Wake up in the morning, most of the children walking on foot from Kaptembwa Ward headed towards Nakuru Town East. You can't believe. So that leads me to ask myself, kwa nini tunabeba watoto wetu in the morning? Wengi wanaenda Nakuru. Ukiangalia Umoja, inabeba watoto Mama Ngina, inabeba watoto Menengai, Kalsa, Freehold, Kariba Road. Imejaa watoto kutoka Nakuru Town West and sana sana Kaptembwa Ward, Ronda na huko kote. Why is this happening? Kwa nini watoto wetu wanatembea on foot yet we have good schools in Kaptembwa Ward? So these are one of the things I want to face.
So what will you do differently to ensure that those children will not travel all the way from Nakuru Town West to go and look for studies in Nakuru Town East?
Exactly. That's one thing, a plan I have. I would want to engage the teacher deploying authority, the TESC. Because if I engage the county government and the CEC for education, I would want to find out as to what formalities, what means are they using, what quality of teachers do we have. I would want to revisit the quality of teachers who are serving in Kaptembwa Ward. Kibowen Komen, Eshima Primary, Kaptembwa Primary, Nakuru West Secondary Primary School. What quality of the teachers do we have? And the track record. And if it is found that the track record of the teachers deployed in our area is the reason why our schools are underperforming, that is a point that we need to revisit.
It must be the quality of education.
Well, the quality of education is vested in the teachers. It's not vested in the structures. We have the best schools. Go to Kaptembwa Primary School, modern laboratory, modern library, modern structures, the best school ever that can be found in Nakuru County. But the performance is wanting. Can the problem be the administration or the teachers? And if it is found once I'm elected, I'm using the term once, because I believe the Kaptembwa people know. Once I'm elected as MCA, I will make sure that we do a proper vetting of the teachers we have in our area. And if we found them wanting, a reshuffle will be taken place. Now the government elevated several secondary schools to C1. That's replacing the former national schools. Several schools were allocated for Nakuru County.
To Cluster 1.
Cluster 1. Why is Nakuru Town West not one of them? Yet it's the best with best facilities. Performance. We have to revisit that.
And let's talk about insecurity, because insecurity is a major problem in Kaptembwa residents. And most of the time, even when you tell people you're going to Kaptembwa, they will tell you, you should be careful.
You should be careful. That is true. Insecurity is in Kaptembwa is wanting. And it's not that we don't have good police stations. We have a police station in Rwanda. We have a police station in Kaptembwa. And several posts. Okay? So I would not blame the police that they are not doing their work. But the problem of insecurity in Kaptembwa is as a result of the high number of the unemployed youth. The moment you have a high number of unemployed youth, and they have nothing to do,
that is true.
That is a cause for insecurity. How do I plan to arrest or to solve that problem? In Kaptembwa Ward, yes, we might not have the white collar job, that we used to go to school and we were told, go for a job. The job opportunity is reducing in Kenya. But if we can't get employment, then we create environment for a business.
Yeah, and let's talk about the white collar job and the unskilled work that we have. Are the youth ready to take up the unskilled jobs?
Well, that is also a mindset we have to change in our youth.
Yeah, especially the ones that they are educated.
Yeah. You see, I have seen several youth succeeding in the agriculture. A graduate who went to study commerce, who went to study several other good white-collar professions because of lack of opportunities. You see, I, sitting here, I'm educated. I went to school and I did diploma in business management and marketing. But because of lack of an opportunity, I served as a boda. For 5 years, my 3 kids went through high school while I was around. So a time has come for the youth to bring down their ego and accept the opportunities. In fact, to tell the youth, there's more lucrative opportunities in the blue collar area than the white collar jobs. Yeah. Like now the government is talking about Mjengo. There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Even though there's a lot of negativity towards it. As an MCA for Kaptemba Ward, I have sat and have analyzed. There is this area that is called waste collection. The government, the county government of Nakuru has given several self-help groups tenders to do waste collection in Nakuru Town West. That's a very lucrative business.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. But these people doing the waste collection in Kaptemba Ward are not the youth. They are elderly people, some of them retired from their jobs. I would want to take the initiative to engage the county government when elected as MCA. These tenders should be given to youth self-help group. Based in Kaptemba Ward. I would mobilize the minister, the CEC for environment to make sure that all the waste collection self-help group be youth-based.
Yeah.
And that will solve a lot of youth. A single youth group can contain 300 people.
Yeah.
If there are 4, that's almost 1,200 people. And if all these youth are the one doing the waste collection, it's a lucrative business. You give 1,200 youth jobs in Kaptemba, you've reduced the number of crime.
Yeah.
That's a plan I'm planning to use in Kaptemba to reduce the number of employed youth.
Yeah, but we can really not blame the youth for not wanting the job because when they were brought up in schools, they were told that education is the key.
Is the key. Yeah.
Is it the key anymore?
Well, education is no longer the key, and I thank God the CBC is changing the story. But the youth who are not involved in the CBC, who are 844, please embrace the opportunity that come your way. It is an income generating. So long as there is money in it, go for it.
Yeah. And do we still have the Nyumba Kumi initiative? Because I believe the initiative was meant to at least curb insecurities. Do we still have that?
Yes, Nyumba Kumi initiative is working and is available in Kaptemba. Like I know a friend of mine called Dan Kahiga is doing a good job. Palechini, Ronda area. I know several Nyumba Kumi leaders in Kaptemba Ward. They are doing, but they are overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed because of the numbers that we have. And also, the elected leaders are not giving them the support they need. These people are, they offer to do the job. But as much as somebody ameoffer kuwa Nyumba Kumi leader, hakuna kitu anapata katika hiyo kazi. But sometimes the elected leaders and the county leaders, sometimes these people we find a way of giving them little handouts to motivate them to work harder. Yeah. So lack of motivation also can demoralize. Inaweza kususha watu moyo wasijitolee. Unajua kuna kitu ile inaitwa kujitolea. Na hata kama umejitolea, but motivation makes you work better. So, Nyumba Kumi initiative is working in Kaptemba Ward, and I believe the few leaders who are doing the work in Kaptemba, I really appreciate you, and I promise you, hold my hand, and I believe things are going to change because I will engage the county government to create a motivation for the Nyumba Kumi leaders.
Yes, and you as the leaders, you've been told multiple times, listen to the ground. So what is the ground saying?
Well, a new listening to the ground episode was launched a few days back. And when you mentioned that term, people's mind grow towards a certain area. But that term has been with us for so many years. Listening to the ground is a factor that is true. Because unaweza hype your campaign, while in the ground, things are different. So sometimes even for me to be able to gather the courage to run, that means first I listen to the ground. I send my emissaries around to spread the gospel, the information.
And do you have one-on-one engagement? Because you know you may send people, but they come, they give you
the impression while the ground it's different.
Yes.
Well, to tell you the truth, personally, as much as I have people I work with in my campaign team, most of the time I prefer to go alone so that I can see for myself what happens. Yes, as a politician, huwezi kubaliwa na watu wote. You must get resistance in some areas.
That is true.
Because like in Kaptemba Ward, there are other aspirants who were there before, and they did a good job in their campaign, and even though they did not make it, but their followers, there are some opinionated people, but they stuck to that campaign trail of 2022.
Yeah.
So transforming them to come and accept that there is a new kid in the block will take time, but I believe with time, they will come and accept Johnson Gaya is the one to embrace.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hold your horses. We are taking a short break, but when we come back, we'll continue with the conversation. And I'm speaking to Johnson Maxwell Gaya. He's an NC aspirant, Kaptemba Ward. Yeah. So don't touch that dial. We'll come back right shortly.
Thank you. Thank you. Are we doing a good job so far? I hope you are not online.
Let's wait.
Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha.
We welcome our esteemed customers to Clippers Barber Salon and Spa. The award-winning Barber Salon and Spa. Come get an exquisite and relaxing experience for a perfect haircut, professional makeup, lock installation, facial treatment, hot stone massage from our qualified and professional staff. And now, introducing Clippers Herbal Sauna. Come get a relaxing, refreshing and rejuvenated session with a separate designated section for both women and men. Clippers Herbal Sauna has a well-spacious, well-lit and adequate relaxation area and a nicely done massage section. Clippers Herbal Sauna for better recovery of sore muscles, anti-aging benefits, detoxification, weight loss, as well as muscle relaxation. For more information, call us on 0701 00 6503 or email us at clippersbarbering@gmail.com. Clippers Barber Salon and Spa, the trend setters.
Welcome to the greatest sporting show in the 254. That is the Sports Blast show on Faraja TV.
Where we'll be bringing you all the discussion and all updates according to sports and sports events.
And of course, we look forward to engaging and interacting with you on our various platforms,
which are on Faraja TV Kenya at Facebook, Faraja TV Media at YouTube, and our SMS line 0703 339959, and our various competitions and events of the sporting sphere.
Remember to catch us live each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 5 p.m. whereby I'll be joined by 3 great co-hosts.
Your boy Big Man Kyuga.
And of course, Mickey Omchambulis.
And Lefty Jizitisa Mgongoni.
One final lung-busting stride for Kipchoge.
So don't miss out on Sport Buzz.
Duka letu linang'aa sana, huduma bora kwetu daima. Sambaza upendo kwa wateja, tuna kila kitu kwa bei rahisi. Mabango kibao yanang'asia, maduka yetu yana hadhi ya hali ya juu. Wateja wanacheka huku wanunua, Jama Supermarket, mimi na wewe tuko sawa. Duka letu ni bora kila siku, tuna bidhaa nyingi za hakika. Jama Supermarket huwezi kosa, huduma zetu ni za kufana. Duka letu ni bora kila siku, tuna bidhaa nyingi za uhakika. Supermarket huwezi kosa, huduma zetu ni za kufana. Kwa familia tunatoa bora, na bidhaa zote ni za kisasa. Ukiwa na mahitaji tutakupa, duka letu halina mfano, na kukaribisha upate usaidizi. Habari njema zetu zinasikika mbali, kila kona tunakuwepo. Yeah, duka letu ni la dhamana. Duka letu ni bora kila siku, tuna bidhaa nyingi za hakika. Jama Supermarket huwezi kosa, huduma zetu ni za kufana. Duka letu ni bora kila siku, tuna bidhaa nyingi za hakika. Jama Supermarket huwezi kosa, huduma zetu ni za kufana.
Well, what is lifestyle? To me, lifestyle is the people, it's entertainment, it's food, it's beauty, it's fashion, it's music, and it's art. So how do you get to deal with these big topics that are affecting our society? Well, worry no more, because I, Sharon Gige, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m., I'll be bringing you amazing guests, and they'll be able to give us solutions on how.
Welcome back, our dear viewers. This is still Morning Updates, and thank you very much for staying with Faraja TV. And with me in studio is Honorable Johnson Maxwell Gaya. He's the MC aspirant Captain Award, and he has been taking us how he plans to transform Kaptembo Award if he's given the chance. Yeah, so you can continue interacting with us through our social media handles, and that is Facebook, Faraja TV Kenya, YouTube, Faraja TV Media, TikTok, faraja.tv.media, Instagram, Faraja_TV_Kenya, and our SMS number is on your screen, and that is 0703339959. Remember to include your name and where you're watching us from. We want to hear from you, especially if you come from Kaptembwa. Yeah, and I have feedback here. Eric Kahura is saying, Engineer Kahura Eric, MC aspirant Health Gate Ward. He's saying that he's tuned in, and thank you very much, Engineer Kahura.
Thank you so much,
Eric,
Engineer.
from Health Gate for watching. Yeah, so you can continue telling us what you think about the show. We want to hear your thoughts, and we value your feedback here at Faraja TV.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and Mheshimiwa, you can tell us how is the political atmosphere currently?
Well, the political atmosphere in my Kaptembo ward or at the country as large is very sensitive. Where Kenya is today, we are on the peak of the mountain. If we don't handle things properly, we can toss it the other way, or it can toss the other side or the west side of the mountain. But we are at the peak. And I'm asking Kenyans, we take the next step cautiously. One thing I want to thank our leaders is, I heard Gachagua the other time has called off the maandamano thing, and that one goes to confirm that actually he has the listening, the ears of the Gen Z.
But remember, the Gen Z said that Gachagua is not their leader; they are leaderless. So
let's wait and see if maandamano goes against his command.
Yeah.
If maandamano continues, even after Gachagua has called it off, then that will go down to confirm that he is not their leader. And if the maandamano ends until we go to the next election, it will confirm that actually he has been at the helm. So it's a test of time. We would want to confirm that is it really true? If they disobey their order, his orders, well, that's for you to decide. But the maandamano thing was really taking Kenya on a high peak. It was hyping the negativity because we saw the other time around, okay, this is a fact. Even during Raila's time, when he used to call maandamano. I don't know why we Kenyan, we cannot just have a free, peaceful, and violent-free election. We removed, like somebody once, there's another time when somebody said, why don't we just one time do not have the police in the scenario?
Yeah, and maybe it's because we think maandamano is the only way our leaders will hear us.
Well, what I'm saying is, yes, our leaders will hear us, but if we remove the police out of the picture, that there is not even a single police in the street, watu tu wanatembea tu civilians, do you think it will end up peaceful? I think it will be a mayhem. Because 90% or a higher percentage of those who are going for maandamano, they have this bitterness. Because it's not the police who always pushes people to loot. If it's a mambo ya tear gas and stones, why don't we just limit it to tear gas and stones? Tutupane tear gas na mawe, tuachane na biashara ya watu. Then hiyo itaenda kusema kwamba it's police.
Yeah, because on Monday,
like that lady, the owners of supermarket in Naitwa County, I don't know. You saw she was bitter. She went on air and said, this is not about maandamano. This is about a vendetta. Somebody was out to, because a single businessman having 3 of his businesses vandalized, that is not maandamano.
And yes, on Monday alone, millions of money was lost. And also on the other maandamanos, again, millions of money lost.
People are jobless today. Almost 2,000 to 3,000 people today are jobless because of the two maandamano.
Yeah.
Millions of taxpayers' money, businesses have gone down. So the Kenya government is going to lose revenues because these businesses are going to take time to bring back. So maandamano, good or bad, I am happy it's ended.
Yes, and yes, businesses, millions of money was lost. But remember, lives was also lost.
Exactly. So as much as these 31 people who were killed in these two maandamano, you see, we cannot get them back.
Exactly.
These were some of them were hopes for the families. And most of the time unakuta ni single children. I wonder why the bullet only chooses single. Mtoto moja, kijana moja. Hakuna wakati unakuta mtu ameuawa and it's a son among 5 sons. Let's mourn for those who lost their lives. It's very much painful for the families. But I am asking myself, Kenyans, is there a time we'll just have a peaceful maandamano? Bill of violence, bill of police engagement. Walk to a certain area, address the government, hata kama ni outside government office headquarters. Tuseme kama Nakuru tumesema maandamano itaenda ishe mbele ya PC headquarters, former PC headquarters. Ukae pale na kamera za muongee, you address, and then mweke whatever it is you want to do, na ishe.
Yeah, and Rigathi Gachagua has called off the maandamano the way you said.
Yes.
Has the problem been solved? Because remember, this Gen Z were not just protesting. There was something that they were demanding. You know, they wanted justice, police brutality to end, corruption. So do you think that will be addressed?
Well, you know, when you talk about police brutality during maandamano, without maandamano tungekuwa na police brutality?
No.
Without maandamano tungechoma ma police station? So there was agenda that the Gen Z were pushing for the maandamano.
Yeah.
Like you're asking. Has their agenda been solved? No. Has the high cost of living gone down? No. Has the high taxes been removed? No. Generally, maandamano have not solved our problem.
Yeah.
It has only caused mayhem and destruction. So we should look for an alternative for maandamano. Like if we want to engage the government, why don't we look for forums? We notify the government, bring your technocrats to a certain hall. We want to ask questions. We want to place in demands, written or spoken. And then the ministries in charge of those departments be put to task. Like if we were talking about high cost of living, why don't we engage the Minister of Finance on a forum? And we post the question directly to the Minister of Finance. Why are you putting this task? And if we are posing a challenge, a problem, we also give a proposal, a solution to that. Okay, Minister of Finance, in case instead of you taxing bread and tissue paper and sanitary towels, why don't you do this instead to get the same?
Yeah.
Ask a question or demand for a problem and bring a solution.
Yeah. And will they listen? The problem is, you know, the Gen Z are saying that the president, the whole government is not listening to them, and that is why they decided to go the maandamano way.
I'm not saying that the way President Ruto is doing things is right. But if you go down the history, President Ruto called the Gen Z for a meeting one-on-one. Did they attend? They didn't. Walisema watakuwa picked up later. Well, I think that's an opportunity they missed. They should have went and meet the president. And if now that this mahali tumefika is now the right time again, now we can call the president for a meeting. Yeah. If the maandamano has not solved our problem. Now that the other time it was the president who called them for a meeting. But why don't the organizers, the leaders, the social media handlers, why don't they now organize for a forum where a president is called face to face with the Gen Z movement, so that they face him and they tell him where he's going wrong, they propose radical changes, what they want him to do. And we see if it will work out.
Yeah, because we are not painting a good picture,
And
we'll start losing investors.
The tourism, the investors, we are trying to build
That
Kenya
is
as a
true.
model destination for tourism. Yet mayhem every week, every month, it's sending a very negative signal into the investors and the tourism destination lands.
Yeah. And currently we are a very, very angry nation.
Yeah.
And I wonder, when did the rain started beating us?
Well, this bitterness, the anger that is in the nation is because, okay, sometimes we need to ask the serious questions.
Yeah.
The state of the economy in Kenya, is it on the negative trend? No. Almost the things which were so high have gone down. But we choose to hype on the few negativities. And
we focus on the negativities.
On the negativities. And we don't point the camera toward the positive gain. But truth be said, there's a lot of positive gain that the government has achieved. Even though we are being told of a lot of, unajua ukitongoza msichana na unataka kuongea juu ya macho yake kubwa, unataka kuongea juu ya mguu yake yenye imejakaa, you see, you are not going to win the girl. You want the girl to love you, praise her. Concentrate on the positive things and solve the negative things.
But now the problem is, you know, they're saying, yes, this is what you've done. Yeah, this is what you've delivered. But we want you to deliver on everything you promised us during the election.
Okay, let's look at the President Ruto's manifesto. While he was on the campaign trail, he talked about housing.
Affordable housing.
Affordable housing. If it were wrong, they should have stopped it. They should have corrected it in his manifesto before he won. President Ruto was on camera talking about affordable housing. He talked about Mama Mboga and Bodaboda. Actually, his campaign was bottom up. Okay? Broad-based. Because the pyramid is wide, it's broad in the base. Okay?
Yeah.
He said it while he was on the campaign trail. Now, when he's trying to build the house, the other guy said that the issue of percentage, salary, was not in Ruto's manifesto. Actually, it was in Raila's manifesto. Okay?
Yeah.
Ruto never proposed a percentage.
Yeah.
So when the percentage thing came, it was not in his manifesto. But he talked about the affordable housing. People should have asked him, how do you plan to implement it? So the moment he is elected, if he started to implement his manifesto, people are complaining.
Yeah.
Gachagua was in the government. There is a clip where he was praising the affordable housing while he was in the government. When he gets out of the government, he is castigating the affordable housing. These people should stop speaking from both sides of their mouth. Raila has been seen castigating some of the project Ruto is implementing while he was out of the government, like the Adani project. Okay?
Yeah.
Now he's in the government, he's singing praise song about the things Ruto is doing.
Yeah. And you've brought up something very important, broad-based government. And people have come out, they have criticized the relationship between President William Ruto and Raila Odinga, and they are saying it's benefiting few individuals. So do you think it's only for few people?
Well, when you talk of Raila being in government benefiting few people, what do you mean by few people?
The ones that
Actually,
were given
Raila
the
has few
CSs.
Raila has few people in government, okay? When you talk about Raila, that's very passionate. Because Raila only have 2 CSs. Another one that he appointed is in Mombasa. Hiyo sio Mjaluo. Another one he appointed is in Western. Sio Mjaluo. So if Mbadi proposes for projects in Nyanza as finance minister, show me one particular CS from Central who has not proposed projects in their backyard. So Raila government, the broad-based government, as much as people say ati Wajaluo wako kwa serikali na wanauawa. Kwani watu wa mlima hawako kwa hiyo serikali sasa hivi, vijana wameuawa Central Province? So lead by example.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Raila is in government and he is not benefiting the country, Yeah? Now I see Wandai is taking a very huge project.
So you believe there is equality?
Yeah, there is equality.
Yeah. And now let's talk about President William Ruto performance. He has been in government 1,000 days. Do you think he has delivered enough on the promises he made during the campaigns?
Well, President Ruto is a performer.
Yeah, because he has been defending the economy, saying that the shilling has strengthened against the dollar, the high cost of living has gone down. But when we interact with the common mwananchi, wanakuambia maisha imepanda.
Maisha imepanda, yet unga imereduce. Maisha imepanda, yet petrol imereduce. Maisha imepanda, yet the dollar has reduced. Maisha imepanda, yet the GDP, the Kenyan economy, is grown. So when you say maisha imepanda, it's hypothetical. Because mwananchi wa kawaida, when the cost of fuel goes down, a lot of products goes down. When fuel goes up, a lot of product cost goes up. Sahi mafuta ya kupika bei imeanguka. It's not as high as it used to be. Unga, almost every commodity, that even cost of transport. I used to travel to Kisumu at 900 shillings. Now I'm going at 700 shillings. So let us not be hypothetical. I don't approve. Okay, one negativity that I can say about President Ruto is he talks a lot. Yeah, he's his own spokesman.
He should listen more. Do you think
even if he's not listening more, let President Ruto appoint a very authoritative and aggressive spokesman like Mutua was during Kibaki.
Yeah.
Okay? Let him not present his own policies. President Ruto is talking himself as president about his policies.
He's overworking.
He's the one. So when the policies fails, people blame him. He doesn't have anybody to blame. Yeah. So sometimes he should sit back and let other people do the talking for him. Ili ikienda vibaya, like during Kibaki time, we used to blame Mutua ametudanganya. You see? Because
or maybe he doesn't trust the people who are closer to him.
Why? Why work with people you don't trust? If you don't trust me and I'm close to you, then get a better person. But as much as President Ruto is, because he promises these things themselves. This issue of it will be done in 2 months' time should be done by government spokesman. The government of President Ruto is going to deliver this Rironi Road, which he promised us to start in July 1st. It has not yet started. He spoke on camera kwamba Rironi Road, from which is going to benefit Nakuru County. Larger part of Rironi Road is passing through Nakuru County.
But I don't think that will prevent people from pointing fingers at President William Ruto. They will still blame him because you know what? We didn't appoint the spokesman. We appointed President William Ruto, and that is why we are going to hold him accountable.
Well, President Ruto is aggressive, and he's authoritarian, and he's full of energy, and he's direct to the point. That's the thing people hate. People don't like being told the truth. Like the other time he was on camera telling, enough is enough. He's good, and it's true, and the vigor and the energy he was expressing while speaking, it shows somebody who's fed up. Okay? But we are afraid those terms. We are scared.
His choices of
when
words.
They come from
his choices of words.
When they come from the president, enough is enough. That's scary. Okay? And if those words would have come from his spokesman, they'd have been lighter. Okay? But because there is nobody else above to run to. When the headmaster says, from tomorrow, mutaingia shule saa moja. And if you don't, you will be locked out of the gate. Let me tell you, people watafika shule saa 12.
Yeah, and let's talk about that because today on the cover page of the Standard newspaper, the headline is President William Ruto is losing it. Do you think he's losing it? Many people have painted the president as an angry president. Do you think there is some fact to that?
When you say many people, is it really many people or many social media houses? You know, the mood of the nation is set by the media.
Yeah, that is true.
Who owns majority of the media houses in Kenya? That should be the question.
Yeah.
And who are these media houses, like the one saying losing it? Who owns that? You know, wanasemaga he who pays the piper calls the tune. So he who owns the media house dictates what it says. And I want to say this, yes, if you want to know who sets the moods in the nation, look at the ownership of the top media houses speaking this, and you'll know who is talking, whose mind is that. I believe I don't have to go into details.
Yeah. And let's not touch that, because that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
Yes, and let's talk about a proposal that is on the National Assembly about the amendment of public order, and it was proposed by Nairobi Women Rep, that is Pasaris. And the bill seeks to limit meetings, public processions within a radius of 100 meters from Parliament in protected areas. Protected areas include Parliament, State House, court, and all that. And they're saying the bill will curb violence. So do you think that will curb violence?
Once umesikia,
and also protect public institutions?
Once umesikia State House and Parliament wamesema ni protected area. Protected area, that means 100 meters from that place. Okay? Hata hapa State House. Umeenda tu hapo mbele, umeanza kupiga simu. Utasikia GSU sauti, wewe! Toka hapo. Because it is
a protected area.
You don't just stand around State House doing idling. So she is talking of what is already in place. Parliament is a protected area. You only pass. You don't. Where's yana bele Parliament na usimame? Utaambi we toka hapo. It's protected. So whatever she's proposing is already in place. All these institutions are protected areas.
Yeah. So if protesters will be forced to stay away 100 meters from these protected areas.
The only thing that she should include is all, when it's about maandamano, well, if it were working, then people wouldn't have entered Parliament. Okay? Because Parliament is already serving under protected area. So being effective so much, no. Kenyans are very aggressive people. When they decide to do things, they will do it. So the only thing is we should find a way of training or enlightening Kenyans on how to perform.
Because
if we don't change this mindset of violence, rules doesn't matter in Kenya. Because we have good rules, we have good constitution in Kenya, which really describes what a maandamano should be.
But it's a constitutional right to demonstrate, to picket.
It is. But what I'm saying is, rules won't stop Kenyans from doing what they are doing. Because there are good rules in place, but Kenyans are still getting violent against the police, invoking the police to be brutal. Actually, to tell you the truth, it's the Kenyans who always incites the police to respond, like yule jamaa mwenye alikuwa pale London anapanga, surely. I really congratulate the police who did not shoot that gentleman. That's provocation. How wale wako na bunduki na wewe unafanya panga? That's provoking the police too. Kama wangemshoot, then Kenya should be up on arms. Why did they shoot him? Why are they not castigating that London guy?
And I agree with you on that. We shouldn't provoke the police. Because at the end of the day, they have arms to protect themselves.
They are human beings. They are our mothers, our brothers, our sisters. Why do you provoke your brother to shoot you? Why do you go and break down on a brother's shop, which is employing your sister? We should change this mindset as Kenyans.
Yes. And do you think justice will be served, especially on the murder of Ojwang, who was killed in police custody?
When it comes about justice being served about Ojwang, I think already been served. So the policemen were arrested, and they are it's a court process. So on the justice part, it has been served. So we are just waiting, so long as they don't just give us facelifting justice.
Now
even the story dies down, wale wanarudishwa kazi. That's what is happening to Kenya. The moment the story dies down, people don't want to follow up na wajue how it ended. So justice, if it is genuine, we want to see these policemen prosecuted. Okay? Sana sana in the case of Ojwang.
Yeah. And the way you've just said, in the case of Ojwang, and also the
all
others
these other 115.
Yes.
Yeah. Let the justice be served. But in our Kenyan way, I doubt. I doubt. Most of the time it's faceless. Where is former Kiambu governor? Is he in prison? Who is people asking about that?
No.
To repair a lot of charade of court cases. When the story died down, have somebody ask if Waititu is still in prison? I doubt. He's enjoying life somewhere.
So
that's the Kenyan justice. Yeah.
And I think that is where the problem is.
Yeah.
We don't trust the justice system anymore.
Yeah.
And that is
it's
why...
It's not that we don't trust the justice system. It is... these people are taking care of their own. When we were going during election, a certain MP from Western shot somebody on camera. But he's in parliament.
He's talk free.
Kama an ordinary Kenyan angeshoot mtu on camera, where would he be?
In jail.
In jail. Why is Baraza still out serving? is he not under the law?
He is.
Yeah, I've mentioned names.
No one is above the
This
law.
is the problem in Kenya.
Yeah.
Some people are taking care of their own. Once I will be elected as MCA for Kaptembo 1, let's say...
You have a godfather somewhere.
Yeah, God forbid I want. But let's say I'm a sitting MCA and nimefanya makosa, a legally criminal offense. My godfathers will protect me, your case will be mishandled like this, like that, and then I continue serving. It happened. Several times you have seen Babu, blah, blah, blah. These people are taking care of their own. Mwananchi, nani ana take care of mwananchi?
No one.
Anaachiliwa afuate sheria. So sheria only serves when it comes to an ordinary Kenya. Then the law takes course. But when it comes to these other people who takes care of their own, kuna chezwa. So the law only works when you have money. When you don't have money, you follow the law.
And that is what is...
so these rules should be changed.
That is
Unaokuta mtu anapewa 200,000 bail.
And that is what is upsetting the Gen Z.
The Gen Z.
They want equality when it comes to justice. Yeah.
So let justice be justice to all. Mtu akipiga mtu research on camera, we want to see him behind bars and in jail. Awe elected MP or not.
Yeah, because the evidence is there.
It's there, we saw it. But now tunawaona kila siku na kofia nyekundu. I'm very much bitter about that. Is justice really justice in Kenya?
Yes. And let's go back to Kaptembo.
Yes.
Take us through what you plan to do to the people of Kaptembo residents.
For my Kaptembo residents, please prepare your votes. And when you go to the ballot, run down, and when you read G, it will be Gaia Johnson. Weka tick.
Yeah.
Once I'm elected as your MCA, all the children of Kaptembo will never go past our boundary. Watasoma within Kaptembo.
Wow.
Because I'm going to give you good teachers. Okay?
Yes.
We need a market for Kaptembo. The whole of Kaptembo ward. Atuna modern market. I have a plan. And we are going to build a market in a centralized place where all traders will feel easy to go. Tuko na hiyo market yenye Koronda. Watu wamekataa kuenda because it's far away from customers.
Okay.
Tuko na another one ilipelekwa pale sasa, imewekwa Chief Camp. Pale Kaptembo juu karibu na Menengai. Watu wamekataa kuenda huko because it's far away from our customers. I have a plan. I'm going to give you a very modern market in a very centralized place where you will love. Vote me in. The youth, you have heard me speak about a plan I have for you. And the boda industry, you have been used for campaigns. I was once among you, and I know the challenges boda people face. Once elected, I will engage the county government to do business, because private investors are taking millions from Kaptembo on loans, from boda riders on loan. Mtu anachukua boda, analipa 40,000, he ends up paying 400,000, twice the cost of an ordinary pikipiki.
Yeah.
I want to engage the county government to do business with you, to provide funds where mtachukua loan na mulipe hata kama ni 200 shillings per day, na county government wapate revenues from those loans, na nyinyi mpate pikipiki at affordable price. Watu wa Kaptemba vote me in.
Wow.
That is coming.
Yeah, well said. And unfortunately, we've come to the end of the show, but we are going to have you again on the show. I feel we've not exhausted everything. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa, for coming and gracing our show this morning. This has been Morning Updates. My name is Vicky Kipto. Let's do this again tomorrow from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Keep it. Faraja TV, we have amazing shows lined up for you. Have a lovely day.
Thank you so much. Hi. Okay.
Faraja TV, Chemichemi ya Furaha.
We welcome our esteemed customers to Clippers Barber Salon and Spa. The award-winning Barber Salon and Spa. Come get an exquisite and relaxing experience for a perfect haircut, professional makeup, lock installation, facial treatment, hot stone massage from our qualified and professional staff. And now, introducing Clippers Herbal Sauna. Come get a relaxing, refreshing and rejuvenated session with a separate designated section for both women and men. Clippers Herbal Sauna has a well-spacious, well-lit and adequate relaxation area and a nicely done massage section. Clippers Herbal Sauna for a better recovery